So obviously health and wellness was really low, but then I had some high points. Family. Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on July goals. We are somehow halfway through the year, so we're also going to be covering some Q2 reflections and doing my compass, and I'll just walk you through all of that. So I'm excited to start over, begin again, as Sierra says, and I really need it. It's been a rough couple of months. I'm trying to find some balance and consistency, and we're not there, but I am trying to find it in little ways. So this month, that's going to be my focus, is to find some balance, get back into some normal routines, get healthy, and just move forward. Because health issues, my mom's breast cancer diagnosis has been on my mind all the time, and it's just been a lot. Yeah, so we're gonna just move on, and I think the best way to do that is to go through some reflections and just write some new goals and put the last couple of months behind me and focus on the future. So here's some supplies that we're going to be going through. I am going to be transferring over into the MAKSELIFE 6-month vertical planner. So I'm going to have everything in this planner. I think it's going to be really nice. We'll just see how it goes. I've got 6 months to try it out, but we need to finish off some things in my companion notebooks. I'm also going to keep my annual goals in this notebook because I worked really hard on them and I don't want to write them again. I just want to just go from here. So we're going to keep with my annual goals in this notebook, but have all of my monthly goals in here, which might be kind of nice because I'll have be able to look at both at the same time. Okay, so other supplies. I've got some washi from According to Allie. It's one of her 4 seasons washi. I've got these little page flags from Planner Kate, and then some Hankin Plan month stickers. So we're going with a kind of a red theme, but also some other bright colors. I've also got a different pen. I usually use my Moonlight Jelly Roll pen, but since I'm using all black ink in this planner, I'm going to be using my Sarasa Clip in 0.7 from Zebra. Love this pen so much. I also really enjoyed this one from Energel, the 0.7 ball metal point. So nice. I don't really love the cap. I like a clicker, but this writes really, really nice. I also have a Jelly Roll 08 that I could possibly try in the future, since I like writing with Jelly Roll in this planner and on this paper, but for now we're just going to stick with the Sarasa Clip. Okay, so let me move this out of the way real quick, and then let's just focus on reflections for June and Q2 assessment. Okay, so it was another kind of topsy-turvy kind of month. So my middle sister, Chase, came to stay with me, and my little sister, we kind of traded off caring for her while my mom goes through chemo. And so that was pretty challenging because Chase was very homesick and everyone was frustrated, and we were just trying to get through it. She will be coming back off and on, but I have a little bit of time to myself for right now, at the beginning of July and end of June. So biggest ones this month were taking care of Chase with my sister Callie, finally starting at tretinoin. I've been thinking about it for years, and I finally, when I had my yearly appointment with my dermatologist, we talked about it and she wrote me a prescription. I read a ton this month. I also had lunch with my friends, and my yard looks great. Part of that's not even me, it's the rain we had at the beginning of the month, but it still looks pretty good. And then things that are currently working, the amount of cooking and new recipes I'm trying, anxiety is down, and some of my routines are working. Things that are currently not working. I'm still not at the level I want with workouts. I'm so weak. From not working out basically this whole year, it's been so sporadic, and with being in the hospital in May, it just completely threw me off, and I just have not gotten back to doing what I want at the level that I want. So we're going to be working on that in July. The fact that I go back to work in a couple of weeks, boo. What I learned this month, sometimes you got to suck it up and just do it. And if you're a Ted Lasso fan, which I definitely am, it's just poop. Let it flow. That's one of the quotes from season 3, and I just have been saying it to myself all the time. It has context, but it's just funny to say. I have to work daily on improving my self-image. That's been something that I've really worked on, especially since I wasn't really able to work out that much in like April and May. And June, I really just focused on health and like overall wellness, and that really helped with self-image and everything. But it's still like, you got to work on it. Improvements or adjustments, more consistency everywhere. That is my word of the year in here, and I have not been consistent like at all. But we're still trying. We're trying. Reconnecting with planning and my creative hobbies. I'm working on it. I really like got uninspired this year, and I'm really trying to like find my way back. I definitely don't want to push myself to do something that I don't really want to do, but I still want to like find my inspiration again. And less spending overall. That's a problem in the summer because I have like all this time, but then I have like the same amount of money, and it just doesn't go well. Every single summer, I still have not learned my lesson. Okay, most grateful for right now. My mom, my dad, the nephews, Chase and Callie, my sisters, my friends Kat and Holly, and that I have a couple more weeks of break. Habits I want to nurture. I wrote quite a few here. Sleep schedule. I've got to get that figured out and on a regular schedule where I'm not sleeping in and staying up too late. Fewer or no snacks. I've been snacking way too much. I need to cut that out. A regular workout schedule. Dental care. So specifically more consistency with flossing and whitening. I just have completely fallen off the wagon on that. And daily gratitude. I let that fall to the wayside. I don't even know, like 3 months ago. Still have not got back on it, so want to do that. And area to focus on financial and family and relationships. So overall satisfaction is a 6. So definitely not terrible. Like last month was a 5, but I definitely need to be working on some things. Okay, so let's add a little bit of color to this. I have 2 mild liners. I have no idea what the colors are because these are like the Japanese ones. But it's orange and yellow, and we're just going to alternate these, and let's see if I can do it right this time. Usually I mess it up every month. I did it right. Somehow we did it right. Okay, now let's go to Q2, my like quarterly assessment. I'm going to go ahead and just outline this so it stands out a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about this quarter. I've already mentioned it was a rough one, but I did my compass here just kind of thinking about the past 3 months and how things have been going. So obviously health and wellness was really low, but then I had some high points, family and relationships. I'm keeping close contact with everyone and spending time with everyone. And then personal was also really high because I've been really working on some routines and some self-care. But then I've got a bunch in the middle, you know, as always. Some financial, some work and learning. So definitely have some spots for improvement, but overall, we pretty much stayed the same. I would love for these to be higher, but for right now, we're just not there. So it just is what it is. Like, I'm not mad about it or anything. Life is chaotic right now. Okay, so what personal actions contributed most to these results? I had that kidney and liver infection, which was just really, really bad. Don't wish that on anyone. And before I even knew, like, I look back and like, things were really hard in April. Like my back was hurting so much, but I just didn't know the signs of any of this before I turned yellow and had to go to the hospital. Recovery from that also contributed to this, and just general like apathy and survival mode. I think I got to the point where I was like, nothing I do right now is going to help. So I just won't do anything. And that's definitely not the mindset I need to have. 3 words to describe how I felt over the last 90 days: connected, mainly to like my family and friends, weak, like physically and emotionally, and just generally unmotivated. So my greatest opportunity for growth, like when I look at these results, it's health and wellness. that are jumping out at me, but I also think financial is something I could work on. I have to begin again in these areas without a focus on the past few months. So we're really like turning the page and starting over with all of this information, but we're not going to dwell on it. We just got to move forward. Okay, so I've got a lot of information that I can use in writing my July goals. Very useful information, but again, we're not going to like focus on the negatives. We're just going to like move forward. So I'm going to put these off to the side here so I can see them, and then we'll move on to monthly goals. So we're moving into this planner here, and then I also need my annual goals here. Okay, and then we've got some stickers that we're going to add in as well. So the first thing I always like to do, since this is undated, I like to grab some washi and add a little bit up here. This planner has a little quote over here, so we're just going to do it on this side. So I'm just going to grab some of this washi. I like a torn look, but you could definitely like make it into little flags or whatever you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and write out the text on the page, just so it doesn't shine through the washi. I love this washi so much. It's really pretty. Okay, then we're going to grab this July sticker from Hank and Plan. Pop that in right there. And then we've also got some flags. We're going to use those in just a little bit when we get to weekly actions for the first week. Okay, I think we're ready to jump into goals. Wow, we have so much more space in this planner, which really just makes me a little happy. Okay, so remember I said at the beginning, we're going to try to find some balance, not do too much, but just get back into regular routines, especially with school coming up. We actually go back on the 31st of July, which feels so crazy, going back in July. But I have work days to do before that, 10 that I need to complete, and so I'm going to be going back even earlier. So I have to think about like getting back into my regular routines with all of that. So it kind of permeates all of my goals, but we're just going to keep it really like manageable. Okay, so when we're looking at annual goals for personal, a couple of things kind of stood out in my reflections, and also just like here is like doing my reflections. I have gotten a lot better with that, but I'm still working on it. I'm just not there yet with doing it every week. I do it about like 3 to 4 times a month, so it's much better than I used to be. But I'm going to add that into my goals for this month and see if I can get like every week done. Also, I want to get a pedicure before we go back to school, and like my dental care that I put in my habits over here, I want to add that in here. And then just with my skincare, that tretinoin that I've added in, I need to be careful with my PM routine and be really consistent with it. So those 4 things make sense to me, and I think that's the direction I want to go for this month. I have 2 dot markers here. This one is Hyacinth and Summer Sun. I'm going to use one for my list and then one for trackers. So I think I'll use the purple for the list. So I need 4 for this month. Focus, I think, is going to be self-care overall. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so for the 1st, 3rd, and 4th, we need little trackers for each week. And I think there's 4 weeks. Let me check for sure. Yes, we have 4 weeks in July, so 4 dots, and then we'll do that here as well, and here. Okay, I smudged a little bit, but we're hopefully going to get better at that. Okay, fun and recreation. This is always one that I struggle with for some reason. I don't know, but there's a book series I'm working on right now. It's just like a historical, it's kind of boring. It's like nonfiction, but to me it's interesting, so I want to finish that series. Also, we always, like, for the past probably 5 years, my friends at work, we always do a pool party, and so we need to plan that, figure out when we're going to do it. We always order pizza from the same place. Like, it's just our end of summer like bash, so I want to help organize that, and I think I'm just going to leave it at those 2, and I'm sure I'll find other things to do that are fun, but those 2 for sure I want to do. I always fill my tank from this It's always a good one. But let's go with joy for this month. Okay, I don't really have any trackers for those, so let's go on to work and learning. Okay, so we're getting back into work. I think I go back on like the 11th or 12th, somewhere around there. And I need to do a few things before we like have the teachers back and everything. So one of them is I need to just complete my work days. Like I have to figure out a schedule and get those completed and like documented and everything. And then the other thing is like this is a problem I have when we go straight back to work is I cannot leave work at work. I just think about everything all the time because there's just like so much to think about. So I need to figure out some kind of work-life balance and do better this year going back to work and just like checking my attitude, making sure that I'm being positive and coming up with solutions. I'm going to just put in work-life balance just to help me like remember to do that. So those 3 things plus our focus, family and relationships. So I know I want to continue checking in with my mom 3 times a week. That seems to be a good like number. I want to do something fun with my nephews before we go, like I go full time back to work. I'm going to finish out the month with my walks every Tuesday morning with my friend Kat. I think we have like somewhere between 3 to 5 left. I think it's 4. And then my sister Chase is going to be coming to stay with us again as she goes to camp. So I want to put that in there to make sure that I prepare for that and I'm ready for her to come stay again. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 dots and I'm going to pull my focus from here, be present. Okay, so we need trackers basically here. We may only have 3 because I think she's going out of town. So let me put 3 walks here. Okay, let's go over here to the other side and turn the page in my goals. So when it comes to health and wellness, so this is the big category lately, and this month is no different. So my focus for the year is progress. And I kind of mentioned like forward. I think I even used that for one of my goals or words. Yeah, forward no matter the pace. So we may use that again. So a couple of things that I've mentioned in my reflections that definitely need to carry over: sleep schedule, for sure. Also fewer or no snacks, a regular workout schedule. Like I want to write my workout schedule and like do 4 workouts a week. I think that's reasonable for right now. They can be anything, but I want to do at least 2 strength workouts. And is there anything else that I need to include? I'm doing really well with meal planning and prepping, so I don't feel like I need to put that in this month. I think that's good. Let's go with those 4. Focus this month is going to be the same as June, forward no matter the pace. Okay, for this one, pretty much all of them need a tracker for each week just to see how I'm doing. Well, besides that one. Okay. Feel good about that. Spiritual and personal growth. So a couple of things I mentioned, I've like totally fell off the wagon with daily gratitude. So I want to include that this month for sure. So I'm like reminded of it every time. And then I want to do some meditations. I wasn't super consistent last month, so I'm going to work on that for sure because it really helps me not only with sleep, but just like getting my mind right before I do either start the day or end the day. I'm going to pull this focus here for this month, purpose. These both need trackers. Okay, financial. So I struggle in the summer with financial because I just have too much time to find projects and shop and do all those sorts of things. So I have live within my means here, and I think I want to include that because I just need to focus on that, and maybe that should be my focus. I'm going to pull that. And then updating my budget 3 times a week. I pretty much put that on every monthly goals. I also need to just adjust my budget because in the summer we don't get our gas stipend, and which we shouldn't, but I lose money on that. So I need to adjust my budget for that. And medical bills are coming in. So there's already been like 4, I think. And I'm sure there's going to be like 100 more after my hospital stay. And I definitely need to like make that a priority to get those paid on time or set up schedules to pay them, whatever. I don't even know what the hospital bill is going to be. Without insurance, it was like $75,000. So we'll see what it is after insurance, but we're not worrying about that right now. So I'm going to put in 3 dots and my focus, live within my means. So really just this first one needs trackers. Okay, physical environment. So I used to do like a full like monthly task list, and I was really good about it last year, but I just got off the wagon. So this month, just to ease back into it, I'm going to make a list of 5 monthly tasks. So I'm just kind of limiting myself so that I just get used to doing those again. Also, just continuing doing my yard work every week and just my daily and weekly tasks. So for now, that's good. I still haven't cleaned the inside of my car, but I'm going to do that this week before we start on these goals. My focus for this month is just going to be improvement. For trackers, this one needs 4 for each week, and then I'm going to do 2, making the list and completing it, and yard work gets 4. Feel good about this. This looks really cute too. I like this. There's just so much more room in this planner versus the notebooks. Okay, so here are my monthly goals. Now we're going to go to this week here, and we're going to write some weekly actions. So before we do that, before we do these weekly actions, I'm going to put in some labels for up here. And I think I have enough room to do like the whole label here. Let's just see. Yeah. Okay. So, but I only have 3 of those that are like uncut. So let me see if I can find some more of these, or we can just use the little cut ones. Well, yeah, we got some more. Okay. I'm just going to put that off to the side. Let's put in these 2. Okay. I think that's actually enough because I've already done week 1. I was going rogue last week. Okay. Let's go back to the first one. We're getting used to like flipping in pages and everything. It's just been an adjustment. Okay, we need to write weekly actions for this week, which is July 3rd through the 9th. We have like 2 weeks of summer break left. I need to keep that in mind while I write these. Let's just use purple this week. Actually, let's use yellow just to mix it up. Okay, for this week, we need to do reflection. Let's do the first and the last 2. Okay, and then fun and recreation. I'm just gonna like pin these if I can. Let me find a clip or something. Oh, this will work. These giant clips from EC. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, but they're so nice because they don't bend the pages. Okay, fun and recreation. I'm going to just work on my book series. If you're curious, it's about like Tudor England. It's very interesting to me because it's like one of my favorite times in history, but for anybody else, probably not so much. Okay, work and learning. I don't really have to do anything yet. You know what I need to do is plan out my days, my work days, and I need to email those to my principals. Okay, family and relationships. The first one, I don't know that we're doing a walk next week. I need to text her and see. Or is it the week after? I don't know. I'm just going to check in with my mom and figure out Chase's camp situation. I know where we're supposed to drop her off, but like, I don't know anything else. Okay, health and wellness. I think I'm just going to put all of these. Well, I need to write the workout schedule for sure. Yeah, let's just go with all of them. Workouts, okay. Spiritual and personal growth. I'm going to grab both of those. Okay, my hand's about to fall off. Let's finish this up. So I don't get paid till the middle of the month. So I'm just going to update my budget. Yeah. And physical environment. I need to make my list for my monthly tasks. Really all 3 of these. If you're curious, I use the Clean Mama routine. It's really helped me over the past couple of years. We are done. Wow, okay. So we went over reflections and Q2 assessments. There and there. We wrote monthly goals for July. Here. I feel content with these. And then we wrote weekly actions for the first full week of July. I feel like I'm ready for the month. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful for you, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. And since we're in like the middle of the year, tell me how your goals are going. How's your word of the year as well? Are you sticking to it? Because I'm not. I need to get reconnected to it for sure. It's been a lot. Thank you again for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Trying to get to 15K by the end of the year, and I'm really close. And hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload. I'll see you next time. Bye.